Hey, what's up you guys? It's Simon. Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, obviously we are doing the line art for August, which is the first of many fall themed Patreon line arts. If you would like a chance to color this line art for yourself, I would implore you to go check out the Patreon. The link will be in the description, where you can also find the download for this file. When you pledge $5 and up to the Patreon, you can also get shoutouts and a bunch of other stuff, so be sure to check out the Patreon in order to see what that is about. But because it is autumn and we are officially, how many days? It's the 12th. About 15 days away from the pumpkin spice latte, I'm legally allowed to talk about fall. So I figured we'd do the autumn questions tag just to, do some more fall related things on this channel. So I got my questions from somebody I believe called the Happy Diary. It will be linked down in the description. But I'm just going to be answering these questions because I wanted something different from the ones that I did for the autumn tag last year, so that it's not too repetitive for older viewers, and so that it's also still intriguing and interesting for newer videos. So the very first question are flannels or sweaters, and for me the answer is sweaters, just because I'm real chonky and flannels do not tend to button up on me, if you get what I mean, even if I buy the bigger ones, because I am AFAB, if y'all know what that means, and so they don't like to button up, if you catch my drift. I hate flannels. I like them in theory, they are very cute, but button-ups are just my enemy, so I cannot wear them, which is why I love sweaters so very much. And also they're just like really comfy, like they're very warm. Even in the summer, I will put on a good hoodie or a sweater because I am insane. So yeah, I very much like those. The next question is fairy lights or candles, and the thing I'm going to say is both. I cannot choose between the two. I constantly have them both going at all times. I literally have fairy lights lit. Well, fairy lights. They're technically Christmas lights, but I call them fairy lights anyway. I also have, of course, like the teeny tiny little twinkle lights, but the batteries on that are absolutely dead, and one of the coils rusted because I think a battery exploded inside of it, so I cannot use them. But I do have my Christmas lights going, and I have candles around 24/7, you know, if I am really working and I need to have like a certain environment set so that I can feel productive. I do indeed light a candle or two. I very much enjoy them, so I cannot physically pick between the two. I'm sure my husband would rather that I say candles because he hates the lights. During the day he's fine with them, but at night he hates them because they light up my whole room and he would like to sleep. I, however, sleep with them on 90% of the time, so he does not like them, but I do. The next question is, are you a pumpkin spice junkie? And if this introduction is any telling, obviously yes. I love pumpkin spice. I have pumpkin spice candles already. When I first got my Keurig, one of the first things I did was get myself a pumpkin spice like K-cup thing. They were not good. I was so devastated. So yeah, I spend all year waiting for the pumpkin spice latte, and when it's gone, I try and tide myself over with peppermint mocha and chestnut praline, but it doesn't work. I miss pumpkin spice. It's so good. I love pumpkin spice. I even have like the seasoning pumpkin spice, and like during fall I'll mix it in with like pancake mix and stuff because everything has to be pumpkin. I love it. The next question is hot chocolate or tea, and honestly in autumn for me it's more tea, but the closer we get toward winter, so like very late November, I might be leaning towards hot chocolate, but from like August to September to like early to mid-November, I'm more of a tea person. The next question is, do you decorate your room for autumn? Absolutely. I do my best. Obviously, I can't decorate it to the extent in which I would like to because I am broke most of the time, but I do have, you know, my fall scented candles. I have a little tiny pumpkin that I have, a little jar of Like, it's like this fake, like, spider venom or something. It's like a cheesy little Halloween decoration. And then I also have a flower bouquet on my desk. They're always fake flowers, and I swap them out depending on the season. So I have a fall bouquet that is currently in storage that will be coming out very, very soon. I'm very excited for her. So yeah, the next one is, what is your favorite fall color? And that is impossible for me to choose. So I will tell you my top amount because I can't think of how many there are off the top of my head. So this is not in order, but those colors are yellow, mustard yellow, orange, brown, olive green, and burgundy. Because when it's fall, I be wearing those all the time. All of my illustrations have those. Everything that I do is surrounded by those colors and those colors exclusively until spring happens. So I love those colors very, very much, and I refuse to stop using them. Half of my clothes are those colors. If it's not that, it's black or pink, pretty much. So yeah, those are my favorite colors. I can't pick a favorite out of any of them. Maybe yellow, like mustardy type yellow, but no, I cannot pick. The next one is, do you like horror movies? I don't want to say I like them because I do spend a lot of the time watching them hidden away or hiding my face or figuring out some way to block out the everything. But I do watch them. I watch them regularly. I find myself asking my husband, like, hey, do you want to watch a horror movie? Like, let's watch a scary movie. We watched Midsommar, like, finally, and oh my god, that movie, it's so good. It's not as gory as I was expecting it to be because a lot of the people really hyped it up to be pretty gory, but there are some parts where I was freaked out and I was like covering my face and like screaming because I literally could not look at it, but I still watch it anyway. So although I am horrified of them and I don't watch them in their full extent. Oh, actually, no. Here, let me tell y'all a story about this one. This movie is called The Ritual. Oh my goodness, this movie is called The Ritual. I believe it's on Netflix. It might be on Hulu. And my husband, we've been really into like Norse mythology. That was really hard to say lately because of Thor, I'm not gonna lie. So we were watching this movie because the premise of it was like this guy and his group of friends go to Sweden for a hiking trip because one of their friends died, and it was originally supposed to be like a bro get together, and they hadn't picked a place, and then their friend died and he wanted to go hiking in Sweden, so they were like, well, he died, so now we have to go hiking in Sweden to honor his memory. So that's what they did, and basically they are on this hike and then they get lost in the woods, which you know how things in the woods get, and then there's a monster in the woods and blah 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 blah. Spoiler alert, almost everybody dies, and then they get to the end and like the monster is revealed, and rather than them being like creative and coming up with something that's like actually from like Norse mythology or anything like that, they were just like, yeah, it's one of Loki's children. Like, come on, what is that? What can you like, there's so many cool creatures in Norse mythology that you could have used that would have been totally horrifying and just like really intriguing, but they went the laziest route and were like, yes, it's Loki's bastard child. Like, shut up. What is this? And it sucks because the movie itself is like actually good. Like it literally is such a good movie. Like we were really invested in it. The acting was so good. Other than the fact that they like burst like random runes everywhere that didn't mean anything. But like it was an interesting movie, and then we got to the end and we were like, oh, I can't be scared of this monster anymore. Like I was genuinely so afraid, and then it got to the monster's like big reveal and I was like, oh, and then I was just laughing for the rest of the movie. So yeah, anyway, I do like horror movies, but I don't like them. I don't like to watch them. They scare me, but I do watch them anyway. I do ask to watch them. So I have a very complicated relationship with horror movies. So the next one is, what is your favorite autumn scent? So I have a couple different autumn scents. Right now, let me go get it because I don't remember what it's called. It's this black candle from, what is it? From Better Homes and Gardens. It's called Magic Pumpkin. It's really nice. I also have another candle from Mainstays that is, what is it? Hazelnut cream is a really good fall scent that I like. Of course, I enjoy pumpkin spice itself is very amazing, but those are the three candles mainly that will get me in the fall mood. There's also this one, and I can't remember what it is, so I'm gonna pause you guys so that I can go and find it because it's really good. Okay, I found it. It is called Praline Cheesecake, and it is amazing, but unfortunately, it only comes in tiny size. I have yet to find it in like a medium or large yet, so I don't get it that often because there's no way, for the smaller Mainstays candles, there's no lids on them. So when it goes out, it's a bunch of smoke, and that isn't always the most pleasant thing in the entire world. And also, it's just a really good scent, and I don't want to buy it en masse. I want to just get a big one so that I don't have to spend $1 million on little tiny candles. So that sucks. The next one is, do you prefer autumn or winter? And in all honesty, I have to say I prefer autumn more, even though I prefer obviously the holiday spirit in the winter time. But just because winter itself, I cannot fully enjoy the entire season. For autumn, like, yes, there's Halloween, and I love Halloween, and it's amazing, but autumn I find myself enjoying the entirety of the season, literally from early August all the way up until late November. But when winter comes around, it's like, okay, yay, holidays, Christmas is over, okay, New Year, great. And then it's like, I'm sick of this. Like, I'm tired of it being very cold all the time. I don't want the snow anymore. It's not a winter wonderland, because I swear, every year, we never get a white Christmas. I used to get white Christmases all the time when I was a kid, and now that I'm an adult, it's like, oh, we're gonna snow right before Christmas, and then it's gonna be super warm on Christmas for no reason, really bright and sunny and gross. And then right after Christmas, it's gonna snow again. So yeah, it kind of gets on my nerves. And then once Christmas is over, again, it's like everything's so cold and dreary, and I'm starting to be sun deprived, because towards fall is when sun decides to start going away and being very cloudy, at least where I am here in the Midwest. So, I'm just in desperate need of vitamin D, and I know that it won't start getting sunny until late March or early April, so it just gets on my nerves sometimes. So yeah, I do have to say I do prefer autumn more than winter. Scarf or hat is the next question, and the answer right away for me is, I was gonna say scarf, but now that I'm thinking it's hat because I love beanies. Scarves are really cute to accessorize, but they choke me a lot of the time. Beanies, however, are just on my head all the time. They're chillin', they're really comfy, and they make me feel really warm. So I do prefer hats, but if I were to go out and like accessorize like a super fall-ish outfit, I probably would wear either both or just a scarf to make things easier on me. What's your dream place to visit in autumn? This is actually an interesting question. That's something I've never even thought about really. I would say probably somewhere up north, like Oregon or Washington, just because like they have really nice weather up there, and maybe even Colorado. There's just like the peak. I want to see mountains. I want to see like all of the colors. It sounds like it would be really, really beautiful to see mountains and forests in autumn, because I have never seen that, and I can't even imagine how beautiful it would be in person. So yeah, definitely somewhere up north, or at the very least with mountains. A walk in the woods or a walk in the mall? I have to say a walk in the woods, because where I am, we don't have them. Like, you have to drive for at least an hour to get anywhere near some woods. And I am desperate for them. I think they are beautiful. Of course, they can be very dangerous, but also at the same time, it's like, it's nice to connect with nature. I, of course, don't hate a walk in the mall. I used to go to the mall with my husband a lot when we first started dating, and it's kind of fun, but, like, if I were to have to, like, be given a choice between the two, I would pick the woods, because, like, when am I gonna get to do that again? You know what I mean? The next item is, the next question is your favorite item of clothing for fall. And I actually agree with whoever wrote this thing. I believe her name is Roxanne, according to the bottom. But ankle boots and chunky sweaters are indeed my favorite clothing items. It's what I spend 90% of the time in. I have this really huge chunky knit yellow sweater that I've been wearing 24/7 since last autumn when I bought it. And I also have these chunky little like brown ankle boots that I wear all the time, and I really like to wear them with super long socks. Super long socks. I have this pair, they like go, I think they're knee highs, and they are orange, and it's just when you combine all of them together, it is everything. I love it so much. So yeah, those are all of the questions. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sorry if this video was a little bit long and rambly, but you guys tell me that you like to hear me talk anyway, so hopefully it was interesting. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I want to again give a big shout out to Elise and Duran for supporting me on Patreon. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you, and if you want to get a shout out alongside Elise and Duran, be sure to go and check out the link in the description where you will find the link to the Patreon as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to stay tuned for next time when we are doing an Etsy restock. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize that was what's next. I'm super excited for this Etsy restock. Oh my goodness, I have so many earrings and pins for you guys. And also, very exciting, if you're still listening, acrylic charms. I'm gonna have some acrylic charms next time the shop updates, so super excited for that. There's gonna be new stickers, all that, and I'm also starting a threadless shop that will also be included in next week's video. So that's gonna have some shirt designs, some face mask designs, you know, gotta, you know, wear your mask, stay, you know, protected and everything like that. So definitely stay tuned for those videos. I love you guys, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!